Hello and welcome to my interview with XFactor star Jay James, shot at the Murga Han Han in Mayfair, home of the world's oldest sandwich. How you doing, Jay?
Mate, I'm really good, yeah, I'm excited to be here actually. Yeah, this is like a proper Chinese restaurant, isn't it?
It is, it's proper food, it's not a fake restaurant, proper, we're going to get food in a minute.
Well, I mean, I'm quite nervous, I've got to be honest, because I sort of like what I know and I know what I like. I'm a sort of chicken gravy and chips type of guy, and I very rarely go off of that. So this is really interesting. And usually when I'm in a Chinese, I get like, you know, chips and curry sauce and stuff like that. But this doesn't seem like, it's quite posh, this place. Isn't it?
It's posh, and it's perfect because what I've requested for you is a live chicken fetus. And what we just need to do is we need to just kill the fetus.
Okay.
You can use your man clap.
Or just knock it out.
Knock it out. And then that's what we're going to be eating.
It's done it, okay, happy days, we'll give it a go.
Yeah, I am joking, of course.
Yeah.
What this place is famous for is one of the world's oldest sandwiches.
Okay.
From 200 BC.
200 BC?
200 BC. It's
it.
not like they made them 2,000 years ago and they put them in the freezer or anything.
I was going to say, you expect me to eat a sandwich that's that old?
Now, Jay, you burst onto the scene in 2012 when Annie Mac and Trevor Nelson were championing you. And what I find really amazing is the writing collaborations you did on your first album. How did you get some of those names? If I look at the names here, you got likes of John Legend, Booker T. Jones. How did you get those guys for your first album?
Well, I suppose, well, to be honest with you, Annie Mac and Trevor Nelson, they massively supported a record that I was featured on. I wrote and I featured on with a DJ crew called Cinematic, who were Black Butter Records. So they really support that record, and that was a great sort of way to come onto the scene, I suppose. But I don't know, I've been really lucky, I think. You know, I've met some really lovely people and they've sort of introduced and sort of spoke highly, luckily, of my music, and it's just happened from there, really. I ended up sort of getting involved or writing with John Legend through a guy called Malay, who's an amazing producer, amazing songwriter. And whilst I was in the studio with him, he was kind of like, look, I'd really love to send your stuff over to John, and you know, we've got an idea that I'd love to maybe progress with you, and that happened. You know, John said, yeah, let's do it, let's go for it, and we ended up sort of doing a song. So yeah, you know, it's just the way it happens, really. I think it was quite organic, you know, but yeah, I've been very lucky.
Yeah. And if you could choose anyone to collaborate with, is there anyone in particular that you choose?
Oh, that's a
living or dead? You could take a dead person.
Obviously,
we'd revive them. We wouldn't be doing it with a corpse. We could, yeah.
Okay. Well,
that'd be hard, wouldn't it?
I know, especially when you've got a how old sandwich. Anyway, I'd probably pick Donny Hathaway.
Okay.
And he's definitely one of my favourite ever artists and songwriters. And he's definitely sort of, I suppose he sort of influenced me in many ways, because he was really connected to what he was singing. He kind of really meant what he sung, and I sort of really feel that you know, that needs to happen with an artist, and he was one of the first. So yeah, I'd like to write with him. I think Bill Withers would be an awesome person to write with, because he's just so good at songwriting and lyrics. And I think as a songwriter, you've got to try and find the ability to say as much as you possibly can in the shortest amount of words possible, or you know, and Bill Withers is amazing at that, you know. So yeah.
So when you did XFactor, as you would expect, your popularity went right through the roof. Now, I've heard quotes, I've seen quotes of you apparently online saying you're not into the whole celebrity thing, you don't like the red carpets, the celebrity parties, you prefer to walk a dog or chill out with your friends. So was there something that happened, some kind of celebrity party you went to, and anyone touch you? What, I don't know what happened, but
love that.
Simon Cowell.
Someone touched you, didn't they? No. No one touched me.
No.
But yeah, I don't know. I just, you know, it's lovely. Obviously, it's lovely to go to those things and be invited. But I don't know. I suppose like after doing something like that, you kind of very much feel like you can be pulled into very much a celebrity type world, and I kind of felt after doing that I really appreciated the platform that it'd given me, but I kind of wanted to really focus on music, you know. Look at me getting all adventurous. It's only because it's stuck together I can do it.
Are you not a chopstick? You don't have to do the chopsticks.
Oh, I mean, we're in a proper Chinese though, aren't we?
Do you know what? I used to have
and
a
to be
thing.
honest, they're like the kids' ones.
I used to have a thing with chopsticks. I used to feel like I had to because I was in a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, you know what? I like things going in my mouth as quickly as possible. That's what she said.
Yeah.
But I don't like any interruption.
Yeah.
And with the chopsticks, you need to kind of be precise. You need to work it out. And
you need to eat as little as you possibly can in a
my family
short
doesn't
space
do
of
that.
time.
It's about eating as much as you can in as short a space of time as possible.
Get it in before someone else does.
Before someone else nicks it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
No, wicked. No, so nothing really happened. I just felt like I needed to try and focus on music really, and it was amazing. The X Factor was such an amazing experience, and obviously an incredible platform, of which there aren't really that many anymore. Do you know what I mean? So it was great, but I definitely felt, and to be fair, Simon even said to me sort of afterwards, just. You've come out at the same time as Ella Henderson. Just go and focus on music, write in, and whenever you're ready, sort of come back. So that's really what That's what I've tried to do over the last 3 years. You do want some of this?
I'll have that. That's good.
You like Chinese food, don't you?
I'll eat anything.
Yeah.
The only thing I won't eat is cheers. The only thing I won't eat is Naga Viper chili, because a few years back I did an interview with the Midnight Beast, and I got someone from a place called Red Dog Saloon to come into the interview. Have you been there, down in Hoxton?
No.
Really great place, and they got this hot wing challenge.
Okay.
And they coated these hot wings in Naga Viper chili. Apparently a few years back it
Wow.
held one of the records for the hottest chili that you could legally buy. And they were all kind of wimping out with it and everything else. And I picked up one of the chicken wings mid-interview. And I went, look, if I take a big bite, you've got to take a big bite as well. They went, oh, yeah, go on, mate. I went, held it in. They whipped out. I looked like I'd won, like I was the champion. Minutes after the shoot, I was rolling on the floor, fetal position, in agony.
No!
Yeah. Later on that evening, I was on the toilet. Just milk and magnesia in one hand, toilet paper in the other.
Straight through you.
Oh, yeah.
This is incredible, by the way. This chicken is fantastic.
There we go. We found something you like.
It's good.
Yay!
It's awesome.
Now, after going through the website, there was an image which really stuck out for me, and I really want you to explain it.
Oh shit!
So it really looks like that you're, the type of celebrity who really likes to get stuck in there with his fans. You really like to, get into with the crowd. You're not one of these types who'll, push people very far away. Here's the image.
Oh yes, this is. Do you know what? This was actually one of the proudest moments. It's actually one of the proudest moments of my career.
Okay.
Because what's happening here is actually that guy there is called Charlie Shivers.
Yeah.
So I was born and bred in a small village in southwest Wales called Saundersfoot.
Uh-huh.
And every year on New Year's, they do a New Year's Day swim.
Okay.
And it's been an age-old tradition. It's been going on for years and years and years now, 30 odd years. And it gives the opportunity for the whole of the community, everybody in the area, to sort of come together on New Year's Day and run, get dressed up, fancy dress, and run and jump in the sea.
Uh-huh.
And they do it to try and raise as much money and awareness as they possibly can for all local charities. And it's been going on for so long. And after doing the show, I was asked to go and open it and sort of kick it off and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's it. That's Charlie Shivers, and then behind me is.
It looks like he's trying to hold everyone off. It looks like he's your one bodyguard.
Yeah.
And there's about 1 million people behind him, ready to rush you, and he's kind of like, no, wait, until we get. Let's take the photo first, then you can rush him.
Well, there was the story behind it is actually we were trying to take a selfie, and we were trying to do the biggest Saundersfoot selfie that had ever been. Uh-huh. So we were trying to get as many people in the picture as we possibly can, and we did. So we did the biggest Saundersfoot selfie ever in history.
Well done.
Of the world.
Of the world.
Yeah.
The world.
So yeah, that was the picture. But it's lots of fun.
I was very surprised. Let me sew that without food in my mouth.
Oh, you're doing good.
I was very surprised to find out that your whole music career spanned from a drunken moment, is this right?
Yeah.
When you're doing your military service. Someone got you guitar, one drunk night out. What were you doing? Shooting guns, firing grenades?
No,
playing with smoke bombs? just with the beers and then boom, guitar career?
No, I was. So we were on a sort of, I think it was New Year's Eve. No, it wasn't. I think it was day before New Year's Eve, and we were sort of revving up for the New Year's. Mm-hmm. And we went on an all-day session, so we were all a bit worse for wear. And then we were talking about New Year's resolutions. So, we put out there a few different ideas, and each of the lads would say, "I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this." And we walked at that particular point. We walked past this music shop that was in Elm Grove in Portsmouth, because I was based in Pompey, and I saw a guitar in the window, and I was like, "I'm going to buy that guitar. That's what my New Year's resolution is going to be." And they were like, "Yeah, no, do one as if you will, Jay. Yeah, no, as if you will." And I was like, "I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it now." So the only reason I bought it was because they said I wouldn't. So I bought this guitar, christened it Lamar, called it Lamar the guitar, and then I took it around the pubs for the rest of the day, making out that I was off to a gig and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then as I was doing it, it was obviously got a bit.
Was this a way to get ladies?
Yeah, it was it created a bit of female attention.
Oh, yeah, I bet it did.
Not gonna lie. But then because it did, I got asked, to play it, and then I couldn't play it, so I ended up sort of ripping strings off of it that day, so I didn't have to play it. So it was like, I haven't got any strings, I can't play it, And then about 3 months later, I had no interest. It went to the corner of my room, and about 3 months later, I got injured preparing for the Inter-Services Rugby League against the army, and I got sent on sick leave. And then, in essence, at home, my best mate, who I lived with at the time, had just been drafted out to Iraq. So, I just ended up sort of just picking the guitar as a means to focus, really, and trying to teach myself how to play. And that's how I got into it, really. That's how I got into music. I was 24 at the time.
So at what point did you know that you were going to resign from the military and go for music?
Well, it was about... It was like a couple of years, It was a couple of years, and I ended up sort of writing my own music and putting something out online, and then I was doing loads of different gigs. And when I put this song out online, it ended up going to sort of number one in this indie store chart, and then that created a bit of sort of attention. And the next thing you know, like the Sun newspaper were like, sort of saying lots of things. And I think it's probably, I suppose it's a bit of luck, really. But lots of people sort of started shouting and supporting, and then about 6 months later, I ended up sort of signing to a management company in London, and then just started to songwrite, and that was it. And
so what happened relatively quickly?
I mean, I suppose in the schemes of people who've been involved in music their whole life, I had a sort of period of quite an intense 3-4 years where I learned music, discovered it, sort of worked on it, and then in essence, was putting music out there. So it felt quite quick, but at the same time you look back and there was times where I go, oh come on, I want things to happen and stuff like that. So not really. It's nuts. But I think I got once there was a bit of national coverage with different newspapers and magazines sort of saying some nice things about me. It was probably there where I kind of thought, I actually, my ambition now is not to just be in the Navy, it's kind of to make music. And I think the Navy really supported me there. They offered me, as opposed to leaving, they offered me a career sabbatical in order to go and pursue music. And that was awesome, really. And I did that, and then a year later I signed a record deal with Decca Records, and that was me making my debut album and touring the UK and all that sort of stuff.
So don't miss the military.
Well, I actually, when I came off of the XFactor as a means to try and find myself, I ended up sort of getting into broadcasting and radio, because I kind of thought, when I'm not making music, if I can play it out on the radio, that'd be awesome. Do you know what I mean? And actually, I'd spent a bit of time doing radio interviews and tours, and I just loved the medium of it. I just, I think that, broadcasters are very alike songwriters in the respect that, you take the world around you, you observe it, you stick it in through your own creative filter, and then you say it out on microphone, and you know, it's like you're expressing just like you do in a song, and it's really good fun, and you're connecting to an audience that, you know, enjoy music and the same things that you like.
Has got some water?
Oh, I'm all right, thank you, mate.
All right.
No, I'm good. So it's really cool, you know, it's really good. So I ended up starting to work with Forces Radio BFBS, which is the British Forces Broadcasting Service, about a year and a half ago now, and sort of pitched a little show idea, and they matched me with this guy called Hal Stewart, who's hilarious. Don't tell him I said that, because he'd be a nightmare. And I do a show 3 times a week on Forces Radio BFBS now, which is, you know, goes out to 27 countries around the world, is an armed forces community, and it's amazing. So I'm still very connected to that audience and the people within the community, which is amazing, really. And that's kind of allowed me to sort of find myself again, really.
Okay.
So yeah, it's cool.
Okay, so what's next in the grand scheme of things?
Well, actually, today I've just I'm obviously going on tour with Alexander O'Neill, which is amazing, in April, throughout April. But I've just put up a pledged music campaign, which is, in essence, like, I want to be able to make music independently the way that I would like to make music, and I've just put the album on pre-order now, pledgemusic.com, J James, in order for people to maybe go and pre-order the album and support me making it and being part of it. So that's quite exciting, to be honest with you. I'm quite, you know, I'm excited about the idea that I've been focused for the last few years on trying to do something, and now it's kind of like, let's do it, let's go for it. So yeah, it's good, mate. It's good times.
Great.
Really good times.
Fantastic.
Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy that clip, then please do subscribe to my channel. My big goal for the year is to hit 10,000 subscribers. As soon as I do, I'll turn what I do into more of a chat show format by using the YouTube space in London. Aside from that straight interview that you saw just then, I also do pranks and games with celebrities, so please do explore my channel. You might find something else that you like, and you might not. 50-50.